opinions and views of the hosts and guests do not reflect those of the station.
Good morning, everyone! You are watching the Business Portal, your gateway to business trends and opportunities. This is your host and business evangelist, Lloyd Luna, and you're on Creative Business. It's 8 days to go before Christmas. How do you do? Is everything still okay? Ladies and gentlemen, for today, Friday, we are joined by two wonderful guests. One is a former banker and the other one is a farm manager. Also today on Creative Business, I'm going to give you 3 tips on how you can move on in 2011 with a very excellent idea so you can achieve your goals.
Live from the Global News Network studio in the Philippines, here's your business evangelist and host, Lloyd Luna.
Right. Alright everyone, this is a very exciting day because Christmas is almost here. I woke up this morning and I had to attend a church because I was playing piano organ in Santa Mesa Church, and this morning we had our assignment, and so yeah, you can actually feel that Christmas is here. In fact, there have been a lot of companies calling me up to do some motivational talks in their Christmas parties. However, for today, it's somehow special because I have a good friend of mine in here who will be joining us, and most probably we will be discussing together with you how to close this year strong. And you can also participate in our discussion. You just text us, give us your thoughts and ask us your questions, whatever it is in your mind. Let us know. Ladies and gentlemen, a farm manager who is also an events organizer and a party manager, Dustin Super Mendoza. Hi Dustin, good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to the show.
Well, thank you for having me here.
Oh, I should thank you for coming over. Last time we were talking, and let the people know who is Dustin really.
Well, I'm just a simple kind of guy. Just grew up in America and came to the Philippines to help the people understand the way that we think in America.
Right. Is there a big difference by the way we think? I mean, Filipinos. Personally, I obviously didn't grow up in the U.S. So I would like to know, what's the difference?
The difference is the way that people process the thoughts. A lot of people that I'm been interacting with here, they refuse to understand a system. Mm-hmm. That we do need systems in the everyday society so there's no chaos. But they refuse to understand a system that we in the States just know that there's a start and there's a middle and there's an end.
Right.
Over here it's just they start and they just want to end.
How lucky can you be? I mean, but what made you decide to finally come back and then experience some hellish experiences?
It's not really hellish. It's just the way that you look at it. I enjoy the challenge. I'm not looking for the simple life. I'm just looking to be on the edge all the time.
Right.
I came back this last time because my son asked me to come back. Mm-hmm. I was gone for a couple of years. I was doing the entertainment industry back in Hollywood and Vegas, and he asked me to come back so we can spend time together. That's why I'm back here.
All right. Growing up in the States, what type of kid, youngster were you?
A very healthy one.
Yeah, it's obvious. I mean, look at the screen. Yeah, it's obvious. You're a healthy one. I don't know. Maybe you can donate some part of it. I mean, I need some donation. Look at me. But what kind of youngsters were? Aside from being healthy, it's obvious.
Well, growing up in the States is a totally different lifestyle. Well, here, you're always being nurtured by your parents or your yaya, and someone's always looking after you.
In the U.S.?
In the States, You don't have majority of people don't have the luxury of having a nanny, and they have to grow up on their own because their parents are always working. So that's why they become very independent at a young age.
Is it a plus or a minus?
There is the plus is that you know what life's about, and when stuff are thrown at you like obstacles, you know how to deal with them.
Right.
And the minus is you have no choice but to grow up. You don't get to enjoy your youth. You know, it's just like everyone looks back at childhood. Oh, that was a great time.
So how do you manage it? Where do you actually learn? Do you learn from your peers? Do you learn from TV? Do you learn from?
It's all.
How do you learn?
It's all a collaboration of everything. You learn from your friends. You learn from school, from experiences, and whatever you learn in the streets.
Right.
And education. So just no one basic thing.
Right.
It's just the way that you put it all in one package.
Let's talk about your education when you were young. Were you the type who would actually make it excellent in terms of academic performance?
No, I'm not gonna lie.
How many failing grades did you have?
Oh, I never had a failing grade.
Oh, good.
No.
How kind your professors are during the time?
Oh no, it's just I know enough to get by.
Okay, that means you know enough to pass.
I'm just lazy enough to take the next level.
Okay, but you were aware that in the U.S. you will need to have this kind of education. I mean, formal education.
Yes.
So is it necessary? Is it a requirement for success?
In the States, it's a plus to have the education. It's not a requirement. A lot of people base it on the experience. Over here, I know in the Philippines, what school you went to, who your batchmates, and what your fraternity you interact with, and that's the basis of how you get it in life. It's like, oh, that's my classmate, and this way, that way. And back home, yes, we do have fraternities, and we do have that, but it's a different kind of level.
Right.
Over here, it's a very important level of where you went to school, who you interact with here.
Right.
But back there, it's just, okay, this guy has the brains, let's bring him on board.
Right. And then here, I mean, in your home, you actually do this farm management,
yes,
right?
In Cagayan Valley.
In Cagayan Valley, and you own a quite huge land areas. I don't know, but we were talking last time, and I was just mesmerized. I don't know. It's kind of huge, and you were kind of fighting some parts of it for in the past.
Yes.
Just to get this part, and you actually had some struggles with the government, because the government would actually build a property in your property,
yes,
which eventually became your property because it's in your property.
It was returned back to me.
Yeah. How tough is it fighting the government? And you were not even born here and raised in here.
Well, if you are on the right side and you know that what is yours, it's not really a hard struggle. But the hard part was the violence that had to incur, not more of the struggle dealing with the government officials.
Yeah, and I have to tell you honestly, I mean, I'm surprised you're still alive. I mean, you have battled you went against this people. I mean, they are powerful people, and they can just ask someone to just kill you.
Well,
so how did you manage that?
Well, you can't scare someone that's already scared.
For how long have you been scared?
Since birth.
Yeah, and what does it take to be a good farm manager? I mean, the Philippines is primarily an agricultural country, and sadly, we don't have much to plant. So how do you manage your?
Well,